Hello, hello. It is Thursday morning, and I just at the end of yesterday, I think I was playtesting, and this was on stream, so this is not news for people who were already here. But I was working on the treasure system, and I want to make some tweaks to it. Hey, who cares? Thank you for the resub. I am early. You're the first person here. You could claim the first channel redemption if you want to. Hotly contested sometimes. All right, so yeah, I want to make it through as much of this stuff as we can. We've added all of the perks. I have some ideas for later ones, which I guess I can just put into a different part of this list. This is like the most obnoxious list because it's actually two different bulleted lists that are consolidated together, which means that when I move stuff around, actually you can see it here. Like there's a solid square and then there's the circles. They're two different lists. I don't know how this happens. But yeah, it's too bad. All right, so probably need to change the text of some perks and rebalance things. Let's do this toward the end. Same thing with this. Yeah, this can be a cleanup thing. I do want to get to the point where we're like cleaning this up today, maybe. This bug never resurfaced, so I'm just gonna cross this off and write like I never saw this happen again. So I don't know what to do about it. Also, it's just in story mode. I still like maybe I had a bad save file and I just forgot. I don't know what could have happened there. But yeah, all of these have been coded. So when building the treasure room, it says you already have a perk chosen, probably due to auto purchasing. Probably just remove the required building. I think that's all we have to do. But I don't know if there's a smarter way of doing this. So auto battling doesn't say you have a perk chosen. Farmer extractor training. Farmer extractor. What? Where's the chef slime? Oh yeah, because you have to build it. Okay. And this and this. Okay, so yeah. So, indeed. Yeah, I think saying that there's no required building ID would be wrong. I think we need to subtract any of the innate abilities that you get. Yeah, so like we should just hard code these somewhere. All right. Yeah, I think that's the way we should do this. I mean, they're already hard coded here. We should put them into a constants thing and say something like public static read only ability ID innate challenge mode abilities, and then put all those there and delete that. And then let's change this to say for each ability ID. Nice, cool. I don't know why it didn't do this. That's okay though. I got the rest of the stuff. Still a nice little savings. And then what we do is we don't have the buildings menu count these perks if they were in the innate ones. So how do we do that? I think it says you have, oh no, the word distinct shows up. So we can just search for distinct and then maybe perk. I think VS Code is breaking. Oh, there it goes. You have chosen whatever. Okay, yeah, this is for the buildings. So what do we do through this? If the required building ID is this, and that this thing does not contain, there's no contains. All right, well, fine. This should just be a hash set then. Hash set ability ID. Hey, Krasner. How has your week gone so far? Because I got the usual happy Monday. Now I want the follow-up. Ability.id. Yeah. That should do it. Let's reload this. What is this doing? What? 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 What's all this stuff going on here? Did it install something new? Huh. Put these Thursday check-ins on my calendar too. Nice. No, really, how's your week been? Has it been a good one? It's nice. We're testing a new service with our API clients and have been bug fixing all week. That sounds exciting. I like doing new stuff. I think it's nice. Also, I think it's nice to, and I should probably follow this myself a little bit more, but I think it's nice to mix new stuff in every once in a while when you feel like things are getting stale. Like the newest thing that I did semi recently was we made that metrics server, uh, and it was the first time I vibe coded it or vibe coded anything, and it was pretty fast. I mean, this thing didn't need to do very much, but it was new. I hadn't done something like that before, and it was neat to see how the process worked, and I think it did save me time in the end. Okay, so if I just go try to build the treasure room, we should see that it says you have 0 distinct perks because we're not counting auto purchasing. Made a down day a few Fridays ago and just jammed on as a team. That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I think there are a lot of things about my setup that I really, really enjoy. Hang on a sec. Let me just make sure this is working. Why does it have so many perks for this stuff? Enchanter's Den. Do I have perks? What? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. The treasure room. It says you have 1. Because I got lots of loot. Okay, well, this is stupid. Yeah, anyway, I was going to say there are a lot of things I like about my setup. I like not having a commute. And I like sort of the environment I work in, like this specific office and the keyboard and Twitch and everything else. The dislike that I have, I do sort of want like a team environment. Because I do think, and I was talking about this like yesterday or the day before, about different parts of my game dev career and how in the early phases that I think the things I would struggle with would be like code, just like structuring things, structuring projects. And then in the mid phase, it was more like, oh, what did I say? Oh yeah, product market fit, MVPs. And I would say that like now, which I don't know, late phase, who knows what. I think now it's just motivation stuff. It's like I've worked on my own on game dev for a lot, and I've worked with other people for a little bit. Like it was fun to work on Botland with Hideo. I thought that was really cool. It was fun to work on Skeleseller with some of the team, and Quickie Joe's still doing some stuff, but kind of like Kevin's gotten busy with other things. Dark has been working on his own game. And I'm not saying, oh, they should definitely work on Skeleseller. It's just I like the idea of having a team and having everyone kind of co-motivate. So yeah, I think it's cool. Now, granted, I'm not trying to say the negatives outweigh the positives for me. I definitely like the positives. But we're always thinking about a little something extra, right? Okay, so we go into here, we refund these, we start a scenario, and when we're offered the treasure room, it should now say 0 perks. And it was offered last, but we do see 0 perks, and yet we should have auto purchasing. Perfect. Okay, cool. I like that. Make manifest innate abilities. The point of this is so that we can give you, so that when we give you auto purchasing for the treasure room, we don't list it as a perk when you go to build it. You have X distinct perks for this. This should be less confusing for players. Yeah. Solo for a couple years too. Having a team finally again is definitely my favorite thing. Yeah, I like that expression. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Because I do think there are times when you care about just speed. Like, I want to develop something, and then there are times when you care about scope or impact, and it's like, we want to develop something. And yeah, if you're ever working on a game jam or something, it's like, okay, yeah, you could definitely see why some people might want to do something like that solo. But yeah, taking on like a many year-long project, and I can't say Skeleseller was solo, it certainly wasn't. And we wouldn't have pretty much any artwork if it wasn't for Quickie Joe. You know, I would have stopped at the asset packs and then been like, well, we got to make a game with what we have. And it would have looked a lot worse. Hey Mars, hey Puppet, how's your motivation level in the development cycle? I'd say it's okay, and I think it could be better. I've also mentioned I kind of just need to take a break from this stuff, like a proper break, and I have one planned. It's going to be October like 22nd to somewhere in November. I'm going to go to a wedding. I'm going to visit family. And I think of the roadmap in general for Skeleseller. We've been working on bone mode for months now, and it's gotten so much better. And I'm not even saying like it used to be terrible and now it's just bad. It's like it used to be bad and now I'd say it's actually like it's good, it's fun. I think it's doing well. But I've been working on it for so long that all this other stuff I need to do, things like localization and the remaining content for the game and making, I don't know, there are other little changes I need to do. Like these have been on hold for a while and I'd like to get back to them so that I don't feel so overwhelmed. One of the issues that I've been having lately is that this to-do list has gotten like super out of control and it's all just for bone mode. So at some point, and maybe we can start doing this tomorrow, I want to just go through this and see what is actually important on this list. Because it's 40 pages long. Some of these things are already done. Like I just haven't removed them from the list. So like all of this is done already. All of this stuff is done already. And in whatever I'm working on now, yeah, this section, like everything from here down to here. So it's like, okay, that's probably 2-3 pages that just I could just delete. But then there's a bunch of stuff that it'd be a nice to have. Like there's some edge case bug and no one's really going to care too much. I probably just need to drop those things. At castling and en passant working in my chess game. So working on basic chess. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Almost on time today. Hey, Stanislav. So yeah, in general, things are going pretty well. This is now done. So now we get into more opinionated stuff. I think you should get more power and health from the first couple levels. Maybe the best way to do this is count each specific item as 2 items. I think something about the treasure room is too powerful now. Yeah, so I went in the wrong direction here. I think keys could stand to be a tiny bit more expensive. So we could try this. Right now, keys cost 5. I think we just made them 6. Might be okay. Even 7 might be okay, but I think let's start with 6. And then I wrote skeleton keys feel a bit too powerful. Maybe this has more to do with the change where I made adventurers only need 1 guild supply. Maybe we give slightly more loot from golden keys to compensate for skeleton keys getting a touch worse. So right now the way skeleton keys work is it converts every item in the chest to a 10x item basically. So if you had a rogue cloak and it turns into an omni orb, it now affects everybody. So yeah, you might have had like the mage's fire rod and the whatever else. Cleric's scepter. These things are just really powerful. And it works with every item in the chest, and you're guaranteed to have at least 3, but you could have up to, like, let's say 8. And yeah, going from 8 items to 80 items is kind of crazy. I still think it'd be nice to make them, like, ×5 somehow. Maybe the way that we make Omni Orbs work is we say this randomly... Well, we could do a couple of things. And I'm not sure we need to do any of these. But let's just write it like this. So problem, Omni Orbs are probably too powerful. Well, let me put it this way. Skeleton keys are too powerful. Possibly due to the power of Omni Orbs. So option 1 would be make an Omni Orb only grant like 5 bonuses instead of 10. And 1A would be grant all 5 to the same adventurer. And 1B would be grant all 5 to different adventurers. Option 2 is we make skeleton keys convert fewer items into Omni Orbs. Or it could just add 2 instead of converting anything. In fact, it's probably pretty good. I kind of like this. Option 3 is like make specific items more powerful so that Omni Orbs are not a 10x factor anymore. Hey TJ, howdy do. I kind of like this idea. Because as I mentioned earlier, you minimally get 3 right now. So this would maximally give you 2. So we already lower it, but now there's no super high ceiling for it anymore. So like I said, minimally 3 actually meant somewhere between 3 to 8. And probably it meant 3 most times, but every once in a while it might mean 5. And that's just kind of crazy. So I think I'm putting it at 2. I think this should be much better. Yeah, let's try that out. And then we'll buff golden keys to make that a little bit better too. So how do we do this? We go to treasure chest, apply skeleton key. And we just keep converting until we can't convert anymore. We're not going to convert at all. We're just going to add 2 omni orbs. There, done. Now, convert does not need a boolean because nothing uses the boolean. So it gets rid of 2 lines of code. Yeah, nice. Okay, and then like I said, golden keys can get a bit better. Apply key effect. So a gold key adds an item. Let's have it add 2 items. Then the tooltip, all item data, gold key, can say adds 2 items to a chest and opens it 60 seconds sooner. And then the skeleton key, where are you? Immediately opens a chest and adds 2 omni orbs. Now we said the number 2 here, but this one's spelled out. Or sorry, the number 2 here, but this one's spelled out. Let me search for 1 in here. It seems like we should use numbers. Yeah, it seems like we should use numbers. So I got to keep searching for this so that I can find all the numbers. That's 1. I guess the best way is with a regex, right? 2/B/B? Yeah. Adds 2 omni orbs. Okay, and now let's search for 3. I don't think we have any other numbers. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So now let's go try that. And we'll need to do a playtest. I'm not going to do the whole playtest. I just want to make sure that these couple of things do what they say they do. And then we changed what they say they do. So click this, we click this, we click this. And we get... Oh, actually, you know what? We could do this in... Well, we could do it in story mode. I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of matters. Because it's going to be too hard to find the right things in this. Yeah, fine. Let's do it in story mode. Alright, so there are all of our treasure chests. Let's open them all. And then get some more treasure chests. And then get some keys. So skeleton key now says immediately opens the chest and adds 2 omni orbs. Cool. This says adds 2 items to a chest and opens it 60 seconds sooner. Yep, it's actually going to be 3 minutes sooner because of the mode that we're in. So you can get a lot of items out of this. I think that's also nice. And then this converts an item. Okay, I gotta say, I think the whole converting an item thing might have been stupid. Like, why don't we just add? The difference between converting an item and adding an item is +9 versus +10. It's not a huge difference. But by requiring... Well, no, actually, I guess there's one other difference, too. It also adds an item, which has transportation time. But I think that's okay. The downside of converting is that it changes the condition for using a key. Okay, let me turn off these sounds. The game is just running in the background, and they're bringing treasure into the guild. So the stat thing is popping up every once in a while. Like if I click this, yeah, and that's making a sound. Let me think about this a little bit more. Let's grant some more keys. I want to look at the purple one. Converts 1 item within to an omni orb. Yeah, it adds to text, it adds to cognitive load, it adds a special route through the code. I think we should get rid of that functionality. Yeah. Hey, Meridia, how you doing? Yeah, I think this is better for the game. Yeah. Man, I'm doing well. I'm I'm still like, I don't know. I need to just kind of stabilize things. I've shared this before, and this probably sounds neurotic, but I made a stress flow chart for myself, and it's got things like if you can't sleep, like what's worked in the past. If I've had like back pain, what's worked in the past. If I'm like, I don't know, fixating on something, or if I'm feeling overwhelmed. And one of the things that I've learned about myself is when my tasks get to be too much, I think just like chunking through that list, even if it's not important stuff, makes me feel better. So as in terms of project management, like you should pretty much always be tackling the most important thing. But in terms of just like personal satisfaction, sometimes you want to tackle something fun or something, I don't know, different, or yeah, something easy, or any other number of things that you could apply to it. And I would say for project management, you need to keep workers happy. So probably you need to apply some amount of project personal satisfaction too. But in general, if I just want to do what's best for the project and I were a machine, I'd just be tackling the most important thing every time. So my to-do list has whatever, let's say 50 things on it. It's like at any given point, there are 1 to 3 most important things. I think I just need to get through some of the easy stuff. Just lower the number of things that are on this list. I've been lots coming, so I've been stressing. Lots of housework. How long are they coming for? Hey, Lucas. Lucas, out of curiosity, what did you what did you get from checking out the Discord? Yeah, I'm gonna change this to adding an item. 4 days? Okay. Yeah, 4 days isn't too bad. My in-laws visit from India, so when they come and visit, they stay for a lot longer. And the length of time, the way I look at it is, if anything happens for about less than 2 weeks, it's sort of like a blip in what you're doing. But if it's more than 2 weeks, then it's like a routine change. So let's say someone comes over for a day, it's like, okay, they might mess up your sleep or something for that day, but like probably you'll just bounce back the next day. But if someone's there for 2 weeks, it's like, okay, we need to like change our patterns during that time, and then those patterns get sort of embedded. All right, yeah, sure, gotcha, Lucas. I'll be gone one of the days for an on-site programming job. I see. Well, I hope it's good. Okay, so I thought about this more, and the conclusions are skeleton keys will give +2 omni orbs rather than converting anything. Golden keys will give +2 items, and purple keys should give +1 omni orb. Converting items is just cognitive load for the player. Shouldn't it also reduce the number of, or the amount of time by a minute? That would encourage you to get more treasure chests, which I think is interesting. And probably -60 seconds instead of -20 seconds. We're going to just talk cognitive load for the player since it adds a special condition to the key. It's a Node.js integration with an alarm company. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I guess you use any server program for alarms, but alarms to me and Node don't seem like they'd go hand in hand. But what do I know? 14 days, that's 2 whole weeks. No, Kevin, 14 months. That's 14 centuries. Thank you for the resub. I hope your exciting news on Saturday comes to be true. By the way, did you hear back? Are you sick of me asking that? Can you share with the rest of the class what I'm talking about? I work in the audio video space, so it works with HA. Is HA what? High availability? That's because I don't know what else HA would be. So if it's that, then I get you. If not, I don't get you. All right, so we got to go change some of this stuff. So let's go, well, yeah, let's do this. All item data. There is a key of, oh, it's called a key of conversion. It can't be called a key of conversion anymore because it's not going to convert anything. Maybe the Omni key? Yeah. Opens a chest, let's say 60 seconds sooner, and converts and adds one Omni orb. To it? Do we say to it? Adds 2 items to a chest. Oh, what? What? Hold on a second. What? Why? How did I get this backwards? We talk about the time and then we talk about what it does. We talk about the time and then we talk about what it does. We talk about the time and then what it does. Time and then what it does. Then what it does and then the time. Okay, that's wrong. Opens a chest 60 seconds sooner and adds 2 items to it. Yeah. That goes well. I'll be bringing 2 kittens home. Nice. Nice. Did you read all of their kitty literature? Or are you going to throw it in the literature box? Oh, Home Assistant. Okay, got you. Okay, yeah. That makes much more sense. I see. Yeah, a lot more sense. I guess this is kind of funny, right? That acronyms mean different things in different worlds. And I guess if it's a 2-letter acronym, there's a much higher chance of that happening. Because if I were to say something like AI in computers, it means artificial intelligence. Probably means artificial intelligence to most people now, but I mean that's not a guarantee. But yeah, something like CD, meaning compact disc, versus cash deposit. It's probably a better example. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? I gotta make it so that it adds an Omni Orb, and it's not doing that right now. Treasure chest. Apply key effect. And then we gotta change all those conditions. So this is convert specific item to Omni Orb. We are now just gonna be adding an Omni Orb. This is kind of sad that we're not gonna use this code anymore. Because now nothing calls this function. Yeah, nothing calls this. Which means, does anything call this? What's the point of this function now? Will accept key of conversion. Yeah, all this is gone. Oh, man. Oh, man. I have some thoughts about it, but overall, I think the message is good. Okay. Yeah. Well, in their in-person interview, just so you know, they're going to ask you time complexity of the kittens and whether you can optimize them somehow. So be ready for those. AI will always be a reference to Weird Al. That's the hill I'll die on. I've only heard a couple Weird Al songs. I like them. I like, what's his full name? Yankovic? Yeah, Yankovic. Yeah, I think he seems like a smart guy. All right, well, we're deleting all this. Yeah, Amish Paradise I've heard. What's the one he did based on Beat It? Eat It, I think. I'm trying to think of what else I've heard. There was an Eminem song, but I don't remember what it was. Weird Al Eminem's parody. Couch Potato. I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't hear this one. Huh. Angry White Boy Polka. Maybe that? Yeah, I don't know. This would have been a long time ago I would have listened to this. At least 8 nines. Yeah. Actually, it's kind of funny. You sort of do need some amount of availability when it comes to kittens, right? Like obviously 99.999% or whatever would be nuts, but like if you're an absentee cat owner for when they're kittens, they're probably going to go nuts. All right, so we'll accept key of conversion is going to be gone. We'll accept key of conversion. So now this is going to be deleted, which means all that code that I changed is unnecessary. Like, why is this even here now? Because of this. Figure out which key IDs can even be accepted given the chest we have. That way we don't iterate over every key for every chest. This is unnecessary now. We could set this code back to what it used to be. All right, so here's what we could do. No, actually, no, you know what? No, this is still smart. Because will accept item ID is slightly, no, it's not slightly more. So why? Why not? Yeah, fine. It's not really that smart. Well, whatever. It takes hardly any time to do. Okay, I'll write this down in here. Oh, white and nerdy. That's what I'm thinking of. But what was that a parody of? Trying to catch me riding dirty? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So not Eminem. Yeah, so I guess I've heard a few of his songs way back in the day. Whenever those came out, I feel like the internet was just a totally different place. All right, let's go test this. I want to write this note about how acceptable keys doesn't even really need to be done here like this. But let's go see if all the keys are working. Oh, wait. Oh, 1 second. I didn't do this right. Purple key. Where's purple key? Yeah, this. There. Are you happy with how you set up the systems? Or would you do differently if you started over? Hey, Thorn. I think, okay, so I've said this a bunch of times, but let's say you're making, let's not even say you're making something. Like, let's just look at Skeleseller. Skeleseller started as Idle Ascendance, and Idle Ascendance was basically just an automated Final Fantasy 1. And it turns out that's not fun, or at least not the way that I did it. So we turn it into, okay, it's like Final Fantasy 1 plus a selling mechanic. And then that on its own isn't really enough. So then we added in things like the farm, the pond, the enchanter, the whatever. So my process, if you consider it in terms of like, let's just consider it in terms of maybe features that are coded at any given time, and then this is just time. It's like we made immediate progress, and then there's a lot of like little steps down. And, you know, I'm not drawing this perfectly, but if I could repeat everything, it would just be a straight line going up all the time because I wouldn't make the mistakes that I made with game design here. So when it comes to those kinds of systems, like at one point we had the vault in the game and then I took it out, and I might add it back in now that it might serve a purpose. But like if I never added it back in, that would represent one of these little dips. I just wrote a bunch of code, I refactored some stuff, and it was totally unnecessary. So in my mind, this is what software dev is. You don't know what the product is going to be at the very beginning unless that product is going to take you like a day to code. But if it's going to take you a month or a couple months or a year or something like that, probably there's going to be some experimentation. So from that point of view, yeah, I would love to have flattened this out. And that way, you know, we would have gotten to this point maybe over here and saved like a couple months or something. YouTube was just starting out to be a place where you could find music. It's kind of crazy to see YouTube videos pop up in my feed that I haven't seen for like 16 years, for example. And what's really sad about that stuff is that it's in like 240p or at best maybe 480p. And that looks really grainy now. And it's just, that's another thing that's kind of crazy to think about. Like at some point you were just happy to see the video. And it's kind of what people remark on when they play 3D games for the first time. And by that, I mean, like, imagine Super Mario 64. A bunch of people probably thought this is like real life. It doesn't look like it at all, but you know, your imagination kind of filled in the blanks. Maybe not Super Mario 64. I mean, that's pretty cartoony, but like GoldenEye, 007 and 64. The graphics on this, they resemble people. You can tell that's a person, but it doesn't look like a real person by any means. And yet, for some people, they were just like, oh, that's amazing. And so your memory of it is just so much better than it was. I wonder if videos did seem choppy back then. I know monitor resolutions were different. I know 1080p wasn't a thing. We were in like a 4:3 aspect ratio. But yeah, I wonder about all that stuff. Like imagine all those scenarios that say, hey, if you could go back in time, but you keep your memories or something. Now you go back in time and you're like, this is gonna be great, and then videos take forever to load. It's unreliable. It's choppy. It's like I want the future again. I want to straight out remove the whole service I'm working with right now. Can you chart that for me? I think I can. I think that's kind of what's gonna happen alongside building the new one. All right, so wait, what was I doing? I needed to change the time on the keys. I don't know if I restarted this. So now converting these keys or converting with the keys doesn't really need to be all that different. But yeah, let's take a look. So I open up all these chests and then I give myself a couple of keys. And what does it say? Opens a chest 60 seconds sooner and adds 1 Omni Orb, which powers up all adventures. Okay, so let's do that. And we should have 4 items now. Perfect. This should add 2 items. Good. And then this should add another one of those. And this should add another one of those. So now we have 3 Omni Orbs in there. Neat. Now what about skeleton keys? I gotta actually find a skeleton key. And I think it's like a 7% chance. So yeah, not very common. And I gotta hope that the adventurers aren't gonna take it from me. Come on, give me a skeleton key. What's going on? Wait, can I put that in a chest that's already been opened? I sure hope not. There's a skeleton key. But wait, I gotta test this first. No, I can't. Okay. Immediately opens the chest and adds 2 Omni Orbs. Yeah, it's basically 2 of the purple keys, usually, plus an extra like 60 seconds, which I guess isn't super important. But it's nice to have 1 key that does that. And it looks cool. And you gotta have a skeleton key in a game about skeletons, right? It's just a fact. Cannot have a skeleton key. So I made all the changes I wanted to make. Skeleton keys give 2 Omni Orbs. These give 2 items. These give plus 1 Omni Orb minus 60 seconds. Yeah, I did all this. All right, so let's go check this in. Okay, rebalance keys. Keys cost 6G instead of 5G. Skeleton keys just add 2 Omni Orbs rather than converting all items. What else? Purple key. Oh, purple keys are renamed, have been renamed. Key of conversion has been renamed. To Omni key. Omni key now adds an orb rather than converting. Omni key also lowers the time by 60 seconds rather than 20 seconds. Gold keys now grant 2 items rather than 1. And what else do we do? I think that's it. Hey, Galaxy Inferno. How did the relaxation go yesterday? You feeling a little bit better? Had time to sleep now too? The rationale for this is to tone down the treasure room slightly. Keys cost more. Skeleton keys aren't super busted. And make it clearer to understand the purple keys. Before, they were the only key with a special condition for whether they could be applied to a chest. Now, where's that code? Hash set of a key ID, item ID? Yeah. Code we have in item display functions that starts with this is technically unnecessary, but it may come in handy in the future, and it's pretty performant. The reason I say this is pretty performant, there are, I don't know, 4 keys or something. So it's like, we're going to make a hash set with 4 things in it. And then when we compare whether this thing contains it, that's done in constant time. So it's not really adding a lot. And it does future-proof this, but it is technically unnecessary. So I'm a little torn. I don't generally like doing things that way, but I also don't want to have to resurrect this code in the future and keep track of it. So it's kind of a bet. It's pretty pointless if it doesn't pay off, and it's very good if it does pay off. So, or like low impact if it doesn't pay off. All right, anyway, yeah, so we've changed all this stuff, and I need to do some play testing for this, which I will get to, but we're not going to do it yet because I want to make sure the rest of the list is still good. So this is done. This is just the minus sign. This is, what else do we have? Getting iron keys still feels bad. Okay, what if we gave you no key? No, that'd be really bad. Yeah, we can't give you nothing. I wonder if we can make it feel less bad if we said iron key, minus 20 seconds to a chest, and like 10% chance to add an item. So how many keys does it take to open a chest? 9 keys to open a chest. Well, 9 iron keys. So it'd be like, on average, you get about +1 item. I think that would at least make it a little bit more fun. And I think it being fun is important. So on average, we're not really changing a whole lot. You get 1 more item per chest. We could also even lower this to like a 5% chance. And that way it's practically changing nothing. But I always kind of wonder about this. If you give a chance for something to happen that's somewhat minor, like let's say it's critting an enemy, or let's say in this case it's like adding an item to a chest, and you have a choice between 5% and 10%, you'll feel 10% more often. 5%, depending on how frequent an event is that it rolls this probability. Like if it's happening once every 10 seconds, that means it's probably going to take 200 seconds before it happens. So that's 3 1/3 minutes, which you're just not going to pay attention to. Now, granted, if it's only happening once every 10 seconds, it's still at a 10% chance only going to happen once every 100 seconds. But at least then, I guess you could keep it in the top of your mind for a little bit longer. So it's 1 2/3 minutes. So I'm inclined to say this is 10%, but it will change. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. All right, so where do we do this? All item data, iron key. Opens a chest 20 seconds sooner and has a 10% chance to add an item to the chest. Yeah. So now we go to treasure chest and we do apply key to chest. Then we go down to here. Lock picker increases rate of open speed. The open speeds I think are not going to need to change because the game is naturally going to increase those. You get keys by grinding up weapons, and there's a cost per key that is taken from the weapon value. And right now it's set to 6 gold. So if you grind 2 bows, you'll get 1 key. But toward the end of the game, you grind a fire sword, for example, and you get 6 keys. So this is naturally going to just start pumping more keys out such that you don't really need to have anything special to decrease the time further. And I like that idea because that way you already have an incentive to go to farther places. So let's play on that incentive. And also this is kind of how the farm works. Potions convert into seeds by a certain ratio, and there it's only 2 gold. So then when you find a potion worth 25 gold, you're really getting 12.5 seeds, which makes you feel like you've progressed. Perks are another way to make you feel like you've progressed, but they, in this mode, are taken from a pool of everything else. So now it's like, well, if you're only going to get 30 perks per run, you might not want to pick that one. Item ID dot iron key, and per stats dot, no, what is it? What am I? Stack computation? No, not stack computation. What am I? Is it in there? Oh my god, it is there. All right, 1F. Then we're going to do add random adventure item. Hello, there. Okay, let's go try that out. That is... I think this is a good change. I think these are all good changes. I mean, that's hopefully what I'd say for practically anything I do. And then if we find out that it's not, I'm like, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. But let's get this. Can we just start with key storage? I guess you can't have keys at first. Okay, now we get a treasure chest. So we're going to add this here. It did nothing. It did nothing. It did nothing. Oh, nice. We got an item in there. Now that's going to add 2 more. Yeah, so all in all, we added 1 item from iron keys. Now I'm going to make another chest and another bunch of keys. Let's just take the gold one out of there. In fact, let's feed all the gold ones to the garbage slime. Oh, there's a skeleton one. Take that out of there too. Nope, give me the gold key. Okay, let's make some more. No. Don't take the golden ones. No, stop it. No. Okay, let's just not generate golden keys. Because it's way too hard to Lucy. I love Lucy the items off the key storage. Where is this? Gold key. Where do we make this? Oh, from the weapon grinder. Rare key chance is rare key and false. Okay, so now it's impossible to generate a rare key. So we'll only get iron keys, and I will only be happy. So the whole point here is just to see what this looks like. We should have 4 items in each chest by the time they're opened, pretty much. That one has 4. That one only has 3. Yeah. So I think that's like the expected outcome here. So most of the time, this will not add another item. And every once in a while, we'll end up like 5 in here. Yeah, that had 5. That one also had 5. That's unlikely. Yeah, so this one had 3. This one had 5. That's the average outcome where it's 4. And let's just try one more time. Just want to see what happens. 3 and 4. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I think that's kind of nice. At least that way, the iron keys don't feel like they're just sort of worthless. They're your standard issue key. Make iron keys more interesting. It just felt sort of bad once you could get rare keys to get iron keys. Now they have a 10% chance to add an item to a chest, which adds a bit of intrigue. Looks good, and definitely can't check that in. This is why we review commits, because I would have forgotten about that. All right, flying guild supplies felt very powerful. There's nothing we need to do there. I think that's fine. Managing them oh my God, I can't talk. Managing the chests themselves was pretty reasonable. Cool. Yeah, I guess just like that. We put that there. Automatically getting chests felt great. Yep. Added a 10% chance to get an item from them. The total commit amount? 2,103. Well, technically you can't really go by this number because we squash our PRs. So for example, if you look at this PR contained, is there a way to tell? There should be a way to tell. Yeah, by clicking here. Yeah, this one contained 53 commits, but they all get squashed into 1. So probably, if I had to estimate, it's maybe more like 2,500 to 3,000 commits. But I think everyone does commits a little bit differently. So it's not really a measure of a whole lot. Like some people will take a big feature and make commits to have like reset points. And some people will take it and just make 1 commit when their feature is done. Okay, so that's finished. Also, you have unrelated to treasure changes, but I think the Inferno needs to have fewer waves and much harder hitting enemies. That way, when you win, it's justifiable over the Deep Forest as a place to farm. Yeah, I think there's basically no reason to go to the Inferno right now. I should test that and see if that's actually true, but I'm pretty sure it's true. Let me think about this. I have code that tells me the values of all those items. Where is that? Debug, print. I don't know where this is. I search for value. I guess value shows up too many times in the code base for me to find it like this. Maybe value colon. Oh, there it is. Deep what? Oh, I was in the wrong spot. Okay, debug print expected average drop stats. All right, is something calling this right now? If you want to find out how instant drops are balanced, call this at startup. Okie dokie. Let's go call this at startup then. Title screen. And ready. Hey, Raimu. Each character is special. Give them the respect they deserve. I wonder what the limits are for something like Git. Like if you had 1 trillion commits, does everything just still work smoothly? GitHub would probably break. But like Git would presumably be fine, right? I don't know. All right, so what did I just do? Oh, it should have already printed out. Yeah. So here are the values, and all I care about are these two. So Deep Forest on average gives you 144 gold worth of items, and the Inferno on average gives you 258. So 258 divided by 144, it is 80% more value. However, in terms of time, I think it takes more than 80% of the time to complete it. Yeah, like, is it ever really worth the trade-off? And there are 2 ways we could do this. Like high-level ways. There are a lot of more granular ways, but the high-level ways are make the Inferno shorter, or it's make the Inferno grant more loot. And we could say more valuable loot. You'll never guess what I'll do. Hey, Pressel. I told my wife the John story. She thought it was funny. So this is kind of stupid to talk about, but uh, in Hindi, wow, if I could draw these letters, um, this is the ah sound, and it's slightly different, I guess, from how she would say the name John. So she didn't really get it at first, but I think she still thought it was funny. Then they had to reset the Linux kernel repo because the commit history was gigantic or something. I don't know. I'm not in the loop on that. So then, yeah, I guess Raimu's ruining his own Git repos by committing 1 character at a time. It's a very serious non-kappa message. For shame, Raimu. For shame. Hey, Raimu, have you played Caves of Quud or Cud or whatever, however you pronounce this? I feel like you would enjoy this game, and I have not played this, so it's me just kind of guessing here. Or maybe I do know that you've played this. You didn't guess, though? The gym? Man, I've like thrown off my whole schedule. I wanted to work out in the mornings, and I just haven't, and I'm hoping I'm going to work out today. Yeah, so I think we need to do this at some point. And I do wonder, should we just like bump up the amount of loot you get and do this now? I want to keep an eye on this as we do balance testing. Told you you'll never guess. I mean, I only had 1 guess. I think if I'd kept guessing, I would have exhausted most of the possibilities, the likelihood. For bone mode, I think I should test this For any run that can beat the Inferno, should they even try to beat it? Like, can your town just handle tons and tons of items anyway? Did you like it, Ramu? I'm pretty sure you guessed around 72 different things, but at light speed. Yep. You'll have to go back and watch it 1/300,000th of a second. Every adventure is getting a bit stronger. Maybe you need to require fewer items. We already did this. With the keys so far from the treasure room, it takes a lot of workers to run the treasure room. Get keys too quickly. Auto command the next tier. Even on Pirate, I feel like wasn't great. All right, so we got to do some more balance testing. I'm going to just write it down again. Do more balance testing. Add treasure room to QMM for keys. Now the keys go to the chest at the highest time. Yeah, sure. Ideas for later. Get a skeleton key or key of conversion. Skeleton key or omni key. Based on some event. Convert all guild supplies and omni orbs. Get omni orbs from something. Actually, it'd be kind of cool if it was like, get 10 items for a specific adventure. What if it was just fill your warehouse with rogue cloaks? I have a huge stream delay on my phone, my end. Seems good. I typed that. Full history, 1.4 million commits. Wow. So if I click this, what happens? Does my computer light on fire? Does GitHub's computers light on fire? You know what's kind of funny is this is not a UI you'd ever want for going through 1.6 million items. Like, yeah, I'll just click next a bunch of times. I'm sure you would just clone the repo or something and try to find the commit hash you want and then search for that. Oh, there is a plus 104. What does that do? If I just type 10,400? Oh, no, that does work. So what if I type another 0 and another 0? Nice. Now we're back in 2013. Why does that seem wrong to me? Oh, probably because they only switched to Git after inventing Git. Yeah. Chromium has more. Hey, ABC. Oh, barely. This is like chump change differences, right? 1.4 million versus 1.6 million. Yeah, that's nothing. All right, anything else here that's super important? I think this would be nice. I don't think it's necessary. Ideas for later. When this PR is done, we can use those. I think being able to find a chest from battle would be cool. Yeah, sure. There's some cleanup stuff. Probably need to change the text, change tooltips and values, get all the icons. Well, I guess just tooltip at this point. We change the values. Get all the icons collected up. Change abilities taken a level. This may not need to. May not be needed or may need to act differently. All right, let's fix this for right now. This has been bothering me for a while. Let's fix both of these things. Why is this be tabbed backward? Should be changed to a different list. You biased piece of a guy. You rounded up the other one and rounded down the other. I'm such a biased piece of a guy. What a saying. What a unit of a saying. All right, where do we put this? Where's the work for later? There it is. All right, so hiring an adventurer. There is a like perk choice with the adventure UI. Yeah, here we go. And there's a party member, and we do something with the party member here. And we got to do something different with it. I don't know what we do. Party member has a life bar. And we want to hide the life bar. What's responsible for hiding this right now? How do you do this? What do I do? Show in file system and then right click and say show owners. Yeah, so battle party member and battle perk party member. They both need life bars though, right? What doesn't need a life bar? Party member by class? This has a life bar. We just hide it? We do. Oh. Okay, well, then let's do that. And it's public. Well, that makes it easy. All right, so party member dot hide life bar. And we have one more we need to... No, wait, that might be it. Yeah, that might have just fixed everything. I couldn't come up with a good one. It's just... Piece of a guy is 4 words I've never seen put together before like that. So that's why I find it funny. This doesn't really make sense. There's going to be a day where that happens. Like when people said I can't even. And I'm going to be like, haha, stupid English. And they're going to be like, this is just new slang now. But I don't think that's what's happening right now. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Hide life bar. We got to go into bone mode. And then just click anything. It doesn't matter. And then go try to hire an adventurer. There are no life bars there. Looks good. And then click battle perks. And there are no life bars. Looks good. Cool, cool, cool. Hide life bars for perks. When I merged, I'm going to go find this. It's going to take me like 15 seconds, but it's still 15 seconds I don't really need to spend. This one, I didn't realize that the life bars were showing for perks in bone mode. I have now hidden them. All right, change number 1 done. And change number 2 is actually really simple. We just lower the keys in this sprite sheet. So can we, whoops. Can we figure out what the lowest value should be? Was this 126, 127, 128? So it could be 127, which is not what that pixel is. What is this pixel? This is 128. I'm very confused by this. So this is all 1 pixel. When I hover over the top of it, it says 127. When I hover over the bottom of it, it says 128. It's all 1 pixel. So what's going on? Is that what happens even on the first pixel on the whole thing? I click 1 pixel. What is happening? What am I even doing? What is going on? Yeah, you don't want to just select 1 pixel. You do this. I hover over the top, it says 0. I hover over the bottom, it says 1. Huh. Okay, well, then I guess that means we have to hover over the top to know what that number should be. So now we go back over to here. And we hover over... So weird. 127, yeah. So this is the row that these can go down to. Now, does every other item go down to that? Yes, it does. So we need to just lower it down to there. And they're not all at the same height right now. So first, let's put them all at the same height. Let's select this and bump it down. Do they line up now? Yeah, I think so. I can't really tell. All right, then we merge that. And then we take all of them and we lower them down to there. Yeah. Hey, Lifebeard, happy 20 months. Thank you for the resub. Type your Adam parties in chat, people. Oh, you piece of a guy, a pretzel. There's no need to call us names. So many party hats. Okay, so let's try this. Oh, wait, no, that won't work. I got to do that. There. I might not have done that in time. And if I didn't do it in time, then this is pointless. But it should be apparent very quickly. So we just need to generate a bunch of keys. Oh, I can't do that here. Okay, let's do it in the other mode. So now when a skeleton picks up a key, How do they look? Unfortunately, they won't ever walk downward with it, will they? Oh no, I could get them to do that if I get enough of the people to hold keys. Oh, wait, right there. Yeah, nice. It actually looks like they're holding it. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Let's get more of that. Actually, let's just max that out. No, let's not max that out. Let's get more treasure stands too. Are there 2 levels? Yeah. All right, so all these keys look pretty good. I want to see the purple one though. Give me a purple one. Where are the purple ones? Ooh, that's not good. Those aren't purple. How do they change colors? What? Yeah, what? If I command Z enough time, oh, it turned purple. Nope. Well, okay. I guess we got to do that. I don't know how I messed that up. Are these all lined up now? Yeah, there. Okay, well, my bad. Wait, it happened again. What is going on? Wait just a gosh darn minute. There. Okay, yeah, weird. So now we should see purple keys. There. Show me the keys. Purple. Yeah, nice. They look pretty good. They look kind of like they're off to the left a bit more than they should be. Are they as wide as they can be? Yeah, they are. So then there's nothing we can do about that. Wait, no, there's 1 pixel somewhere. Nah, I don't care. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, so let's check this in. So lower keys in sprite sheet. It shouldn't look like they're hovering off of an item display or that they're showing on top of a worker's head. Good. All right, what's next? Do more balance testing. Yeah, it's pretty much it, right? What else is in here? Oh, some of this stuff. I guess let's bump this up to the... Oh my god, wait. Oh, this is all for phase 1. That's why. All right, I'll do this one too, although this isn't really necessary. So there's a getting started scenario, and I think we're gonna force you to do this. Yeah, I think we're gonna force you to do this. Where is that? This first scenario is intended for new players to get the hang of bone mode. So how about we say this first scenario is intended to help you get the hang of bone mode. It starts you with extra gold, and then we just delete that you can skip directly to the next scenario. So now you can't skip it. So how do we go fix that now? Highest difficulty level unlocked. Does this start at 1? Yeah, we're going to start this at 0. So if I were to go delete my save file, you're now forced to play this. The reason I want to force people to play this is so that they get upgrade points for their first farming run. It's because the first one lasts a little bit longer. So let's take a look. Scenario 1, getting started. Yeah, we can't click the next one. This first scenario is intended to help you get the hang of bone mode. It starts you with extra gold. And maybe we say you will earn upgrade points by completing it and also unlock new... Yeah, let's just say you'll earn upgrade points by completing it. Maybe that's fine. You earn upgrade points by completing any of them, though. No, yeah, I don't think we need to write that. First scenario is, oh, we should mention that it's shorter. I think that's important. Yeah. Kid talking about Adam right now on stream. What's he saying? Huh. Look at this person, this very wise individual. Adam is awesome. Wow, thanks. All right, I'll have to write this down. It is 19-minute uptime. All right, let's write this on the old list. Do some e-stalking. Check out Kit's stream VOD from today at 19 minutes of uptime. Thanks, Sleep Your Girl. All right, I do want to mention that this is shorter. Intended to help you get the bone mode. It's short and starts you with extra gold. Yeah, that's probably pretty nice. Hey, Marcel. Man. Just thinking about existence for a bit while waiting for this to load. All right, this first scenario is intended to help you get the hang of bone mode. It's short and starts you with extra gold. Okay, so let's click that. And let's see, how short is short? 500 gold. I mean, it says a gold medal is 24 minutes, but you can complete this pretty quickly. Don't tell people that, oppressive. Not supposed to say that part in Twitch chat. Require playing the first scenario. You used to be able to skip this, but then people would play farming mode, which is a longer scenario, without upgrade points. I think that's a disservice to the mode. Plus, eventually, we'll probably have tip system tips in the first scenario. Yeah. All right, so that's done. Next up, lower the cost of meta perk more starting adventurers. Where is that? More starting adventurers. Yeah, so let's set it to 15 and then 25. So it used to be 20, 20. How many levels were there? More starting adventurers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it used to be 20, 20, 20, 20. So a total of 80. And now it's going to be 15, 25, 25, 25 for a total of 90. But the first perk is now cheaper. So if we wanted to lower the other ones to be more in line, we could lower them all by 3. Which would be kind of strange. It'd be 15, 22, 22, 22. It's very weird to use 2 points for something because you get perk points in increments of 5s. So we require a total of 66 for this. That won't be divisible, so you'll always have an extra perk point. But these, I don't know what these sum to. Let's figure this out. 77. So there's already a problem with that, I guess. But then we add 9 here times some number. I don't know what. It doesn't matter. This is pointless. Yeah, so I guess the question is, do we want to be a little bit nicer? We could also do something like 15, 20, 25, 25. What does that equal? 15 plus 50 plus 20. So 85. I don't really care is kind of what I'm realizing. Could also do 15, 20, 20, 25 and have it be the exact same sum. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Sure, why not? I'm not saying things were perfectly balanced anyway. But there. Lower cost of starting adventurers. It used to be 20 at every level. This meant that you couldn't start your second run with an extra adventurer since you only earn 15 upgrade points per run. I'll finish the sentence. And some people find it frustrating to be offered battle perks for adventurers they don't have. So this should be a leg up for that. So that stuff's done now. And I think all of this is finished. So let's read this. Figure out how to make the treasure room more appealing. One of the problems I noticed is that you either have infinite keys or practically no keys. Changing the cost would probably help with that. Yeah, so we've lowered it from, and I haven't playtested this yet, from 25 gold down to 6. What I did playtest is when we lowered it down to 5. And I thought my conclusion was too many keys. So we need to raise the cost a little bit more. Changing the cost of a key would help. We probably need more perks for treasure. I don't know if we added more perks, but we added more interesting ones, or we changed them into interesting ones. Where is that? Town generator. Here. So now more treasure chest displays. I think that's good. Key rarity. I mean, that was always good. Free treasure chest is just a regular perk now. And you start with a certain amount, which I don't know what that amount is, but hopefully that's good. Lots of loot. May not be as good. Yeah, it may not be as good. Might want to buff that. Because right now it's 3 items by default, and we'll start every treasure chest with 4. What this is saying is if you choose this perk, you will get 1 more guild supply times the number of treasure chests you get for the rest of the game. And if you only get 15 more treasure chests, it's saying, yeah, I'll get a couple of level ups. Which doesn't seem too significant. Okay, that's what he's talking about? The ADHD stuff? Yeah, we had a conversation about this. He was just visiting recently and we went out to dinner, and it's funny. I told him, you know, it's fun talking to Kip, but it is like extra work for me. He does kind of go all over the place. And he's cognizant of it, and it's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not trying to say he should change or anything, but I mentioned it to him and he thought it was kind of funny. Oh, man. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. All right. Alternatively, maybe we just make so treasure chests are a reward for other things. You don't ever have to buy them. So yeah, we give them for free now. I think this was good. I don't know who suggested that. I think it was Xyletics who suggested it. But I apparently didn't write down what Xyletics said. Where is that? No, maybe it was Matt. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm grateful for the feedback, and somebody mentioned it. So I think this is done now, but there's something dangling, some thought I never came back to. Oh, maybe the perks. Yeah, lots of loot. Okay, yeah. So lots of loot. Maybe we bump it to 5 at first and then to 7. I'm not even sure that's good. Maybe we bump to 8 items even. Maybe that's not even great. Then again, you might start a run and be given this perk twice, and then you're getting 8 items per chest. But I guess that's fun. And this does make you have to figure out what you're doing with your items more. I don't know. Let's try this. I'll just say buff lots of loot. Now that gold keys give +2 items, and skeleton/omni keys no longer convert items, I think lots of loot is less powerful. getting 1 level in it would only give +1 item per chest. And you could maybe hope for like 20 chests in a game. Now it's +2 and then +3. I don't actually know how many chests you can get, but whatever. Like I said, we gotta play test that. Okay, so that's good. So we're on to balance testing. Yeah. And then we have some cleanup stuff we can do. But at that point, I think we would be able to release. We could even release today, but I want to put a little bit more time into it. And maybe do it tomorrow. But yeah, let's try this out. So I'm going to start from scratch, which should be what my save file is set up to do. New game. Yeah. I have no upgrades. I can't refund anything. Okay, so let's start. So this is the tutorial, but we don't really have tips in it. So I'm going to just do a bunch of stuff here. All right, we got a few different adventurers. Let's send you and you into a battle and you into a battle. And then we can build a couple things. Let's get the farm. Let's get that. Let's start moving some items. I want to get another building soon too. Look at all those items. Yeah, we're already like maxed out on items now. So I need them to buy some stuff. Good. Nope. Inventory already idled there. Or customer. All right, let's get the warehouse. Cool. Cool. Should probably kept some potions in the warehouse until I actually need them. Anyone else buying some stuff? Could just send them to the volcano pretty soon. And now I can definitely send them there. Cool, let's go do it. We got some carrots. Get another one of those. They're buying cloaks, they're buying lots of cloaks. Do I want another building? I kind of want to try the treasure room. Although this is the tutorial, so this is going to end really fast. But yeah, let's grind up a couple of these weapons, get a key. It did not add an item to it. Should probably make a sound when it does that. I'll write that down. Observations. Should probably make a sound when... No, it shouldn't. What am I? I'll leave the observation section there. But yeah. Alright, let's get... Ooh, nice, a special key. And we're getting lots of items now. And they're also for a few adventures that I have, which is nice. Alright, I want to sell those. I'm going to sell that to replace that one. Dump these in here. Okay, looking good. We can almost open that chest. And yeah, I do think the key change was a good one. I'm going to do this just to open it sooner. By the key change, I mean the cost. You actually don't even need perks in this. You can just ignore them. Kind of funny. Alright, I will not ignore them. I will get a few. Oh man, the treasure chest stuff. But I think we should ignore those and get something else. Maybe this one. We don't have space for weapons, or we don't have the weapons I need. There we go. We should probably get the garbage slime. Ooh, that's not garbage slime. Good. Keep buying them. Keep going. None of that's good. Expanded warehouse isn't bad. Yeah, let's take it. None of this helps. No, we can afford another one. Impulse buying is really good. Yeah. So now we could just get some loot and then win the mode. We need more weapons for sure. There we go. Can I cast this yet? Nope. Oh, this is going pretty smoothly. Yeah, we need to sell 300 gold worth of stuff. And as soon as I get this spell, it'll help out. I guess a garbage sign would be pretty good. Also, I don't plan on like upgrading anything else anyway. There we go. Nice. I made them buy stuff. Swift shoes is okay. I think I probably... Yeah, max customers. There we go. That's a good upgrade. They're gonna go buy out pretty much all the weapons, won't they? No, that was it. Oh, we're making good money. Not reroll. Yeah, I probably should have stuck with what I had. Look at that one, at least does something. Hey, nice. We got an upgrade for him. Cool. Cool. All right, we're getting free treasure chests. That is really nice. And I do wonder if that's a little too powerful, because... Well, maybe not. Who knows? The mage and the warrior thing both help me. And I think they both led to level ups. And lowering the amount of time. Yeah, a lot of things are working. Which is great news, because that was not true before this. Yeah, I also wonder if it should take more time to open treasure chests now. Yeah. I'll write it down, because I do want to keep testing this stuff out. We are almost done with this mode. Let's get cloning. Better than nothing. We don't even really need more loot. Let's try to send them into here. They probably can't win. But if they can, then it'll speed this up a tiny bit. Now remember, a player would probably not be, a new player wouldn't be probably focusing on this. It would just happen, and they wouldn't be paying attention to it. So that's why I don't think this is really a problem. Also, it's been only 6 minutes here. It's like this scenario will be done pretty soon. Yeah, they are able to beat this. But I never got the garbage slime. Let's get it. Nice. Now I can dump all the bad items. Alright, we're out of these. There it is. We won. Okay, 6.5 minutes. That's not bad. I think that getting free treasure chests by default is pretty crazy now. So I wonder if chests should take slightly longer to open. You'll eventually be swimming in keys anyway. Plus 1 minute may be reasonable. I'm not sure. And maybe make iron keys do minus 30 seconds rather than minus 20 seconds. Okay, let's go to the next scenario. So upgrade points. I do think more starting workers is the most appealing thing. Especially, yeah, I think it's the most appealing thing. Let's get it, and let's get this. And now we go to farming mode. Alright, so first thing I always do is hire an adventurer. Then I put them into battle. This is if you started with an adventurer, you wouldn't need to do that. You could spend your money elsewhere. And then we'll buy something. Yeah, let's get the enchanters then, and let's get folk potions already. That way we can start planting crops immediately. It's actually a nice synergy. Because yeah, we don't have to wait for any of this stuff. So we can get some powerful adventurers pretty early on. It's pretty cool. I do like this. I think the enchanters come so far. They went to Enchanting University. Alright, now I'd like to get the treasure room. Because I think it's very good now. And because I have an excess of weapons. But I have no money. None. 0. Yeah, customers are just wandering around doing nothing. Alright, that's good. Yeah, we still have too many weapons. I need 30 gold. I'm gonna put my mana into this. There we go. Alright, now we have a bunch of sludge, which we can use here. Get the warrior. Paladin's already a higher level, but I do like that. Also, preparedness is pretty nice. Let's go for mushy. Why not? Be nice, little mushroom fella. We got another cloak. Is it still putting those in? I don't think so. All right, I want to build the treasure room. Nice. Now let's get all of the keys. And we got a gold key already. Is this for anything we have? No. Oh well. All right, we got a couple of cloaks up there for people. Looking pretty good. Let's get the golem. Okay. Yeah, nice. All right, so we just need one more blue potion. I'll hire another adventurer, and then we'll send them into the next location. And we'll base this based on what adventure we get. And we need 50 gold for that. We have nothing really selling. Yeah, I need 11 more gold. Well, I guess we're just waiting around. Oh, we got some loot. Don't mind if I do. Nice. Alright, put all these things away. Why can't I get 5 more gold? Oh no. Yeah, everyone's just, yeah. Everyone's doing nothing. What's happening? There we go, we finally got it. Okay, so now we'll get the golem. And we'll send them all into the next location. And we'll start the next quest. And we'll try to get some room for this stuff. And I'll get the garbage slime next. Do we have... No, we didn't get offered any of those. Alright, whatever, I'll go for the rogue. Yeah, still too many cloaks. We have a ton of wisdom sludge. We are gonna go for... Oh, that's pretty nice. It's actually really nice. Alright, grind those things up. We're maxed out on keys? Wow. That rarely happens. And now we can get a whole bunch more keys. Nice. Alright, we definitely need the garbage slime. Good. Alright, I need 40 gold. Give me the money. Where is the money? I guess the garbage slime early on is more important than I might have thought. We also need another treasure chest. Yeah, we have quite the clog going on over here. Garbage slime. Yes, nice. Whew. Okay, we finally get this moving again. Look at that. Yeah, just sell them all. Free up my workers. And now they're going to go put keys in the chest as well. Pretty good. That's work I don't have to do. Okay, now things are moving along. Yeah, the garbage slime is great. I don't have any of these. Let's hire another adventurer. I'm going to get the archer. Which I still don't have any of these, but that's fine. Okay, now I think we can go to the next location. Let's send them all in there. Are we getting any more treasure? We need another key for that. Oh yeah, sure, I'll get a key for that. And that way we can make the archer more powerful. And even more powerful. And finally start to get some of these. Nice, we need the warehouse pretty soon. They want a cloak, of course they want a cloak. Who doesn't want a cloak? Warehouse? Warehouse. Let's go with max customers. Definitely feel like I'm struggling there. Let's go back here and get a cloak. I'll sell that. Sell those things, yeah. We got a new treasure chest. A loot magnet as well. We'll sell the cloak. Probably get another cloak from there pretty soon. No, they took it. That's fine. Got it. Okay, now we can send it back to the next location. Yeah, okay, now this feels pretty good. Took about 7 minutes. And I think part of that has to do with just how many starting perks you get. And I don't think it's much of a problem because new players would still be trying to figure out what all the perks do. And it would feel like you're having more happen than what's really happening because you're reading everything. Oh my god, we're getting everything now. Yeah. Instant harvest. That is pretty good. Yeah, let's take that. It's even better once you have the fishing pond too, which if I'm going to get the fishing pond, I might as well get this. So yeah, now let's try to build the fishing pond. Yeah, just let them handle this stuff. I think it's all fine. All right, I need 60 gold. Got it. Fishing pond. Nice. Now we wait for the crops to be fully grown. And then we harvest using the potion, the faux potion spell. We complete another quest. We got another worker. Don't go down to the farm. Stop doing that. No, I want to harvest these myself. No. All right, that's fine. We'll just wait for these pumpkins. Those will give us a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to touch anything. Come on. Okay, that one's full. That one's at 99%. Those are at about 70. We're not going to wait for those. We will just do this. Harvest them all. Get a bunch of sludge. Go level up our adventurers. Adventures we don't have. That was only 2 level ups. Better than nothing. Alright, so we got all that already. What I need next is to go to the next location, which we could already do. And I should probably get an adventure to fish. Yeah, and they have preparedness, so that should work a little bit better. Let's put them in there. Then maybe turn this off for a bit. Get another... Let's gonna increase the appetite. Because we're gonna need to feed them a lot of armors. Oh wow, we had a lot of overflow seeds, right? Yeah. Okay. I think they can go to the next location. Let's try it out. Oh, this is so good. Oh, what do I take? Oh, man. All right, treasure chest, start with more items. And let's start with more treasure stands. Let's do that. But I do want to, oh, nice. That's actually really good. And that pairs very well with what I just got. All right, so now we're going to have a lot of work for our workers to do. The point where getting more workers is going to be important. Yeah, so let's hire another adventurer and just have them act as a worker. They're winning this too. That's good. All right, we got some more keys. I think it's good that we put a few weapons in there from time to time. We could just leave the weapon grinder on. Yeah, I'll put some of these in myself. There. Look at some more of those keys. I haven't really gotten any special keys, which is unfortunate. I do think getting another adventure is still a good idea. Yeah, it's 150 though. This is feeling a lot better. A lot better. I think the fishing pond still needs something. I'm not sure what. I don't think it's bad. It's just not really exciting. Why did I do this? I shouldn't have done that. I should have gotten an adventure. Oh well. What are we selling? Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We need more items, which again indicates needing another adventure. I just need a tiny bit more money. There we go. Okay, let's take the rogue and let's send the rogue into Nowheresville. Actually, what should we do? I kind of want to send them into the pond. But I need the mushroom to kill like another fish or two first. Yeah. So that way we can put the remaining ones back into the pond. That's nice. Some keys. I do need more loot. Come on, finish the battle. You stupid mushroom. There we go. Now just kill one more fish. There's a 3/4 chance that you do that. Good. Now you can exit. Now I'll send you both in. And I will get 4 potions. I can't afford it. I actually want another adventure too. Now let's get this. They're done. Nice. Level up our main party. Level it up again. Get another adventurer. These don't really matter. I think get some more potions in there. Nice. We got some loot. We still haven't gotten a single Omni Orb. Those things are crazy. We haven't gotten any of them. These are both pretty good. I want to get increased appetite. Because we are at full hunger on this thing. Alright, let's do all of that stuff. Yeah, definitely feeling a lot better. I don't really want any of these. Maybe extraction's not bad. No, let's take that. Lots of loot's pretty good. Take that one. I need more loot in general, though, so we're going to send these 2 characters into the volcano. I should actually have them fight the ogre and get ogre blood. I mean, as long as it's in the game, it's still probably the best thing to be doing right now. We need keys. Yeah, we need keys. Yeah, let him go get those. And then we need some potions. I could use maybe one more adventurer. We still haven't really gotten any special keys. Kind of crazy. I'm going to send these back to the fishing pond now, which already has 3 fish again. And then just dump another bunch of potions in them. Okay, now we're getting some loot. I should almost be buying treasure chests, I think. Let's get that. My workers are overworked. Yeah, I'll sell some of those. Yeah, looking good. We can now dump a bunch of potions in the pond and just get free battle sludge pretty much, because we don't need to use all these. I could really use rare keys. I'm not finding it. Let's go shiny room. And yes, impulse buying is good. I haven't gotten any storage perks. Huh, except for the warehouse. That's kind of crazy. Let's get this. Harvest everything. Get that, I'll get that. What does the Earthen Shield do? It's the invulnerability thing. It's pretty nice. Okay, so now we need to get rid of loot. And I don't really have an easy way of doing that. Other than dumping in potions over here, I guess. Yeah. I'd like that one that makes guild supplies fly into the... Ooh. Let's get that one. So now... Wait, what did I even just buy? Special keys? Yeah. Now I should get keys that will improve the amount of loot in chests. With skeleton key. All right, let's buy a treasure chest for that one. This is going to, like, superpower my adventure. Hey, Flair. How you doing? Okay, yeah, there is a lot going on. And we're just getting tons and tons of items now. Yeah, I guess get rid of all the yellow potions. I don't need those. And then sell those. I need storage space. Why is it so hard to come by? There it finally is. And there it is again now. Impulse buying is probably even better though. Trying to lose weight, so I'm hungry. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. Do you have a target in mind? Like an amount of weight you want to lose or an amount of weight you want to be at? You don't have to share it if you don't want to, but... Or is it just like a general, let's see how this goes? Okay. I probably shouldn't open all of these at once, but I'm going to. And we'll just manually put these in. So now it feels like I've gotten quite a lot of loot from this. We should probably stop investing so much into it. Although we just keep getting weapons. Yeah, what I should probably stop doing is fishing. I should just turn this off. Yeah, it's already off. Let's just leave it off. Nice. Last area is 3 waves. Yeah. It was just like a hard thing for the demo. It's not too crazy though. Oh, I'm definitely taking that. I'm taking that. This is all going great. Getting some good perks. Customers are moving a little bit faster. We can make them buy things. Well, the customers are moving faster because I have their spell on right now. Oh, I would definitely like that. I want to cast that spell again, and now I should be able to sooner. None of this is going to help me. That's definitely going to help me. Yeah, can I cast the spell again? I can. Okay, so let's fill up the shops, and then cast the spell. And they buy stuff. And they move faster, so they'll buy more stuff. We'll put 1 cane into here. Yeah, that got me like 3 level ups or 4 level ups maybe. Alright, and now it's just a matter of play out the rest of this stuff. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, I don't even need to do anything else. I feel like this ramped up super fast. We should probably make the Deep Forest even harder to beat. Let's get that, just to have them beat this themselves. Flying guild supplies. Oh man, it's kind of late to be getting it. But yeah, I think we should just win now. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left to do. We can try to get more mana. I'll try to find it. Let's try to force it. Nope. I'll get that one then. Yeah, it's about to end. Alright, so treasure definitely feels better. We're 96%. We have like infinite items practically. I think I need to tone down the Deep Forest still. It just seems like it's giving us too much loot. Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff now. We won. 19 minutes, 13 seconds. Okay, so observations. Treasure room is feeling good. What did I say though? Oh yeah, Deep Forest is just pumping out loot. We should probably tone it down even more. I should probably do that before the next run. Deep Forest. How much is it giving right now? 8 mana potions and up to 6 canes. So it can give up to 14 items, but it can give as few as 2. What we should probably do is decrease the variance and decrease the maximum amounts. So it's more consistent infusion of loot. So 1 to 8 means that it's 4.5 items on average. And 1 to 6 means it's 3.5. So in total, you're getting 8 items on average. Why does it seem like more? No, that can't be right. No, that's not right. Uh-oh. There's another instance of this here that's giving you tons of stuff. Did I modify that last time? I sure hope so. All instance data. I hope I modified the correct Deep Forest. Deep Forest. 11 months ago, 7 months ago. Okay, yeah, I must have. Wait, yeah. This one was last week. Yeah, so I lowered that. I think this still needs to be lowered. I think this is just too much. So you can get a maximum of 7, 12, 14 items. Granted, your town should be able to handle that much, but it just seems like these enemies aren't beefy enough. Like maybe we need to make the worm enemies stronger. They're also in the waterways though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with that. All right, well, let's play the next scenario. What is the next scenario? Adventuring. Start with 3 adventurers. You know what? Let's try something. Let's start with just more customers and nothing else. Let's see how this goes. All right, I'm going to do that. I want to hire an adventurer. Get the spirit collar. Send them into the forest. That way we get some potions, which we'll put there. And we'll build our first building, which will be the Enchanter's Den. And we'll spend our first thing on Loot Magnet. I was a little premature on that, but that's okay. I don't think they'll get 2 procs off anyway. Yeah, probably wouldn't. Wow. Okay. What's going on? Oh god, I gotta like juggle loot now. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. We need the garbage slime like immediately. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I can sell some of this stuff. Get rid of that. Yeah. We could use a warehouse too, actually. Yeah, nice. Now we can save all the valuable stuff. Got it. Alright, dump these things in there. We have space for those. Get rid of those things. We're buying armors. My goodness. Yeah, you get a lot of money in this mode. Let's get the treasure room. Put any extra stuff toward that. I mean, we get free treasure chests. Might as well. In fact, even if you don't touch it, just getting the free treasure chest early is pretty nice. Yeah, wow. They're buying all sorts of things. We still need 9 more potions, though. Hey, Memphis. I don't think I've seen you in a while. What's up? Yeah, well, it's been a very long time. Yeah, what's up? I didn't think it had been that long. What am I even doing next? Jeez, I still need these potions. I should almost just go back and fight there. I'll hire another adventurer and we'll see if they can get it. I don't know why none of these are spawning. There should be a decent chance. Alright, let's get that. Yeah, I don't have a use for anything else. Grind up these keys. Yeah, build another thing, I guess. Build the farm. Throw that in. Okay, now we're getting some blue potions. I like it. Yeah. I need 4 more. Come on. Just give me the potions. Just give me the potions. Let's go with that. That. Oh man. I never cast that spell. Oh, that's pretty nice. Free treasure chest. All of these are so good. They all feel fantastic. Okay, let's get those in the right spots. I still need more of these. Why are they not finding them? It's pure luck. I mean, that's the answer. There's no like skill involved in this. They're just not getting lucky. There are 2. I need 1 more. There it is. Okay, cool. So now that they're done, what we can do is we can start the next quest, dump all the boots in here immediately, and then start these. Just put them in the volcano. Get as many yellow potions as possible. Yeah. They'll get a lot of those. Nice. They're dumping some keys in here too. Love it. I wouldn't say chat bullies me. Just one particular chatter whose name starts with an E uses to learn my name. Homer Simpson. Okay. Yeah, this is cruising along. Harvesting efficiency wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I love that perk. Love those perks. Yeah, I think it's a really, really good feeling when I'm saying that a lot of these perks are appealing. It would be bad if you're like, oh, I'm waiting for the good one. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. It's nice that they all contribute to the same goal. And like I said earlier, that's like what the Vampire Survivors ethos is. It's like, just have fun. It's all positive stuff. All right, what do we cast now? This one? Yeah. Nice. Oh, we completed the next quest. It's E-Mat. All right, let's build the fishing pond. I don't even really know if I needed that. Okay, looking good. Sell some of those things. Oh, I have 2 adventurers not doing anything. We should send them into the fishing pond, I guess. Just clear that out. Getting enough of those things. Sell that. What do... Ooh, flying guild supplies. I want to try that out. They brought their key down here. Just put it up there. Can we get quicker loot? Yes, we can. Wow. All right, so some of these should go into the guild immediately. None of them did. That's okay. It'll happen eventually. Blue shirt day again. Man's got a uniform at this point. This is more... Well, I guess this is blue. I think of this as my purple shirt. How's it going, Trackley? It's fun to just let this stuff happen, by the way. Like, I don't need to pay such close attention to it, and I don't need to feel like I'm maximizing things. You're just kind of clicking stuff. Things are happening. These characters are not doing very well. Let's turn them off. I should send these into the next location, though. Oh, man, they should have gone there a while ago, because they can probably beat that. Although, I think they needed another adventurer on their team. So let's get this and get them to get all the loot that they can. All right, so there are 6 items in here. 2 of them should go into the guild automatically. Yeah, nice. I think 4 of them did. That's better than expected. Are they beating this? Business doing well. Then again, super busy. Can't complain. Missed the COVID lockdown. Best years of my life. Don't say that out loud. Hey, Serg. Thank you. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Trackley. Oh, nice. They won. Wow. How are they able to win? I guess if I throw the rogue in, they should just go faster. They took 25 seconds doing that. Yeah, this is going crazy already. There is a lot to do. This does feel like a high APM game if you're really trying to like keep up with everything, but you don't need to keep up with everything. Yeah, now I need more loot. Oh, I'm dumping everything into the quest. I guess not really everything, but some of it. Yeah, this feels so much better. All right, we need loot. What do I take? Is power leveling good? Who would that level up? The warrior or the rogue? The rogue is in the main party, so this does have a chance to be very good. It gave the rogue 3 levels. Yeah, nice. All right, let's get some more of these. Instant harvest isn't great. Special keys is pretty good. Let's take that. I need loot, so let's get that one. All right, just, yeah, fill the place with loot. It did. We're cooking now. Sell those. Oh, look at all these keys. We're gonna get so much loot, and some of it will automatically go into the guild, like that one did. So cool. So cool. This feels a lot better. Yeah, we're still getting tons of loot. Yeah. All right, let's go for the archer. Let's get some of this stuff. Probably customer speed. Yeah, probably customer speed again. Max customers. Man, this mode you really cruise along. I'm gonna buy a treasure chest if I can, so I can use the skeleton key. Oh my god, look at all the items. All right, let them handle that. Don't touch it. Don't. Dumb little jerk skeleton. At least they put it down. There's 55 gold. We put that in there. We get 2 more omnivores. Let me see. How do we edit the window title? Yeah. I know it's come a very long way. All right. There's like too much stuff to do, I think. I feel like this town in particular kind of just took off. Adventuring mode, it ramps up so fast. You don't have time to do everything. I'm actually going to go with more customers just so I can get rid of all the loot. And then probably take these out of here because they're doing nothing. And send them in to get loot as well at some point. Can these beat the next location? If they can, they're probably too powerful. Hey, Sapphire, anything you're specifically testing? I'm testing to see how the treasure room feels. So, like, I'm trying to get perks for this and see, is it giving me enough items? Is it giving me too many? How am I progressing as I'm getting this? So this is where I've been investing a lot of the changes in the last week. And it is feeling pretty good. Let's get that. Kind of crazy. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. I think this in particular, this mode just goes by very fast. Okay, so now I'm short on loot again. I don't know if they're gonna... Yeah, they'll probably beat this. I can't afford this spell yet. No! Did I get it? I don't know if I got it. No, well, I didn't proc. It's only a 25% chance. I'm still missing a bunch of demon helmets, so they probably shouldn't be fighting here. Let's hire another adventurer and let's send him into just somewhere to get us loot. Here, and... Actually, you know what? Let's send you there. Oh man, what do we take? I'll take clear rocks. I don't think seek food is very good in this mode. I should probably write that down. Isn't very appealing. Although starting with more town perks would be pretty nice. Let's dump you in there. There you go. Free thing. I'll take loot magnet. Sure. We have a lot of crops we can hold. And we don't have items being used. We need a weapon to go into there. Nice. Okay, let's just let our skeletons handle that. Actually, it is nice to use the skeletons for that stuff. Feels like their idle time is not going to waste. Storage would be good. Cloning and employee discount are both good. Let's get cloning. Can I afford this yet? Nope. Nice. Nice. Wow, none of those went in the guild automatically. Alright, I should probably move in there. Oh, it cast 2 spells. Which bought out everything that I have. Wow. We should probably send him back a level. Just to get some more potions and fill out the quest. This is crazy. Crazy. Look at how much stuff is happening. This reminds me of the I Think You Should Leave sketch with Dan Flashes. That apparently the appeal of these shirts was just how complex the patterns were. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, wow, look at how many things are happening in the game. It is fun. I am enjoying it. It's not the only metric I'm basing it on, but yeah. And you can just treat this as like a laid-back idle game if you want. You don't have to look at the time. But I guess this is a combination of who I am combined with what I'm testing. I want to dump all these in here now. Nice. So we're filled up on potions. We need 2 more helmets. And we're getting 1,000,000 keys here. And 70% of the items should just go to the guild immediately. Yeah, we only got one thing out of that we needed to put in. Alright, so helmets, there they are. We're done. We're not going to get the next quest. I think the final quest seems pointless. We should have it take like 30 gloves or something. I should just change what the quest is. Alright, what are we doing here? We need this spell. And now we need armor shop storage. I don't have it there. Expanded warehouse is decent if it's not going to happen. More mana is incredibly good. Alright, I haven't been fishing. I'm just ignoring the fishing pond. I think that's another thing that kind of feels bad. Like, I could just send one adventurer there. It'd be better than nothing. And they're not doing anything. Yeah, let's just send let's send these over there. I think we even got flimsy fish, right? No, that must have been a different run. Clear rocks isn't good at this point in the game. Food crate's pretty good though. I realize a lot of the intrigue from this mode in my mind comes from the perks that I don't have yet because I haven't unlocked them, because I haven't played enough, because I keep resetting my progress. It's again one of those things that I don't know, will new players care about that? They wouldn't even know that the perks exist. Skill issue with the pond. What genre is this? It is a lot of different things, and sorry for not answering sooner, sir. I look at Twitch chat more than I look at YouTube chat. I would say it's an auto battler, town management, idle light, and maybe like roguelite game. Because yeah, it is plenty of different things. I'm really, really hoping people enjoy it and they have fun playing. Seek food, 1 level is probably not bad here. More treasure stands, definitely good. We don't need to pump more stuff into the treasure room, though. Like, I can put the occasional key over here and whoops, I didn't mean to do that. And use these for something, but... Alright, let's get this spell. Oh, man, yeah. Okay, they should go battle in another location. I don't know why I had them here. In fact, let's send them into the final location. Can they beat that? I'd be pretty impressed. Because I don't think they should be able to. More Steam festivals you can join. I wonder if this is like a proven thing, that there's been a rise of multi-genre games. As like one genre just isn't doing it for people anymore. I think they're gonna die. Yeah, I think they're gonna die. The rogue is at full health, so maybe they'll carry. It's the final wave. Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta cast Loot Magnet. There. Okay, it's all up to the rogue. They definitely died. No. Alright, too bad. Yeah, too bad. I'm not getting any loot now. Hey Tyrion, is cute a genre? In that case, my game is also multi-genre. I think the aesthetics are different from a genre. At least what I would say. Because like I think cozy is another way you might describe this game. Not the way I'm playing, but I wouldn't say it's a genre. MMO ARSV RPG. Alright, time. Beat wave 3 out of 3. Nice. Nice. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I could have sped this up if I hadn't tried fighting in the Inferno. Oh, Grand Storage. Wow, we finally got it. And it's +3. Oh, and we have plenty of mana now, too. Wow, we could just cast everything. Yeah, what's the gold medal? 22 minutes? Yeah, we're going to shatter that. Alright. So we're just selling stuff now. And I guess we should get something for the garbage slime. There you go. There you go. I want to open these chests, but it is not important to the gameplay at all. So let's get a couple of keys, just so I can feel good about this. Yeah, neat. Waiting for another dragon encounter for wave 3? No, yeah, there's no boss there. People have said that they were expecting that. And it was just the thing I produced for the demo. Okay, cool. So I kind of want to try something a little different in the next time. And then I think we've got enough feedback for this. I want to try not going so frantically. So let's just max out our workers and let's give ourselves some town perks. I like that idea. All right, so we're gonna start with a ton of workers. And I'm gonna start this out the same way I normally do, but then we're gonna just tone it on down. Well, let's go with the golem. Okay. So we have a boatload of workers. We never need to touch an item manually. And do I want to build something else? Yeah, I guess let's get the garbage slime. Why did it say I have a perk for them already? Oh, because I started with... What? Oh, you start with garbage time in this mode. Right. Instant loot, that's pretty nice. I should get the enchanters then. Yeah. I'm getting no items. So despite that I don't need to touch anything, there's no loot for the workers to get. Alright. Now we're seeing some industry here. Yeah, again, I'm purposely not doing anything special here. I'm not going to move items around. We'll just let them figure this out. But I do need to build something. So I need some money. Oh, actually, I should probably get another adventurer first. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I understand the roguelike version of it as well. Yeah, if you want to playtest it, I don't remember if I've already given you the whole spiel, but feel free to DM me on Discord. Just join the Skeleseller Discord and send me a DM. And probably tomorrow you could try this version out if you want to. And let me know what you think. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for 50 gold. Although maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I should build something first. I don't know. Well, we're 2 sails away. In fact, I could just speed this up by doing this. Now we're 1 sail away. We got it. All right, let's get the witch doctor and let's send them all to here. Put this up here. Yeah, they're gonna win. But this is much slower than the other one because we didn't start with an extra adventurer. Also makes me think, is starting with an extra adventurer better? Well, in this mode, almost certainly, than starting with an extra worker. Yeah. All right, well, we'll let some money collect up. They're winning every 24 seconds. I guess hiring another adventurer would be better than getting another building. But I want to get the Enchanter's Den so we can get more loot. It doesn't help a ton. Or we could level up our adventurers. Maybe I should get the farm. I'll get the Enchanter's Den. Alright, now thankfully, if I click this, we get instant loot. So we get a bunch of items out of this immediately. One of which is for the rogue. That doesn't actually help me. Yeah. So this would be, if you want a very laid-back experience, you could play in the worker scenario and just let them handle everything. All right, we have enough money for something else now. Let's get the farm. Let's dump this in there. Now we're getting some seeds. I think the farm takes too many upgrades before it becomes good. All right, well, let's get instant loot. Oh, we don't have that. I need another adventure. They're just going too slowly. Yeah. And then once these carrots grow, I'll also level up one of these, hopefully. Give me the mana. Nice. There's a golem upgrade right there. That's good. And we got a grape. All right, we can afford a battle perk. Nice. Got zombie leader. Okay, so I don't know how long that just took because I missed it, but it's going to go a little bit faster now. Zombie leader especially is going to make him do more damage. I think it's like 20% more. And presumably they got some power or something. So was it about 25 seconds, I think? How much is it now? 22. Okay. And as soon as I get another adventure, which should happen pretty soon, there we go. Then I can throw you in there too. And it should be even faster than 22 seconds. We still have a couple items for sale, but it's not much. Every single skeleton's running to get this carrot. There's nothing else for them to do. All right, so what was 22 seconds is now 13. Yeah, that is a major upgrade. All right, so now they'll start raking in some loot. We could use a bow. We have so few customers that satisfying their desires here is probably worthwhile. But I'll get 1 town perk. What's best? Definitely not cloning. Do I have the pond? I don't have the pond. I'll get special keys then. We'll try to focus on the treasure room still. Alright, they'll bring this cloak down there. What do I want though? I think I want the treasure room. That's not good. Alright, well, I'll get this as soon as I can. I think it's going to take, what, another, let me think about this, 16 seconds? Yeah. I guess I could start this quest. We're getting more yellow potions than we need. Alright, so what did I say I was going to get? This. Which I got to wait a little bit. So they can proc it twice. And then probably the treasure room, yeah. Let's do that. And then get the treasure room. Nice. So we already got special keys. I'm going to turn this on so we just always have keys being produced. So we should rarely have treasure chests on this stand once this is going. So I should upgrade everything. Customer speed. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is going to fill up with loot. Nice. Now we open it. Let the skeletons take care of it all. Yeah. So this is now taking 11 seconds. And they're about to level up everybody. Pretty crazy. Yeah. I don't have to do anything. I'll get another town perk. Impulse buying is good, but I just think putting more armors down is probably even better. Then we should probably work toward another adventure or something. We'll get another treasure chest pretty soon. It's every 90 seconds, I think. I want to upgrade that, but buying a chest outright is 50 gold. Which I can now afford. Yeah, fine, let's afford it. Buy it. Put this stuff in here. Put all our keys in. Nice. Nice. Yeah, cool. Look at them go. And we're getting keys and everything. I like it. Power level is probably pretty good. That'll make the battles go even faster. Wait, discount is definitely good. I'll cast this again. So we'll finish up this location and then go to the next location. They should be able to do that. Our workers are handling everything. Yeah. Nice. Probably turn this off for a bit now. So they're beating this. They have 7 seconds left before loot magnet runs out. They did not double the loot. That's fine. And now we're starting to get boots, which will give us one more worker. Not that we need it. I actually think starting with garbage slime is probably a detriment. This is like the greatest thing in this mode. Holy cow. Yeah, now we need to upgrade the warehouse space. So now we'll get free guild supplies as long as our warehouse is pretty much empty, which it should be most of the time because workers are doing all this stuff for me. Yeah, nice. And it's every 30 seconds, I think. Yeah. Pick it all up. I want an upgraded warehouse. Okay, I should probably get more adventurers because we can't go through all this loot right now. Yeah, it's only 100 gold. Should have it pretty soon. And also, well, this customer's probably leaving now. Yeah, they are. I was going to say we could finally get them the item they want. So should I even send them into a place? I guess we could get the fishing pond. I'll send them into here and we'll see what happens. It'll get items and it'll probably mean that the garbage slime is just at almost no hunger at any point. We do have a lot of armor shop slots. That's pretty nice. All right, yeah, they're stocking everything. Oh, hey, we got another worker. Again, not that we needed it. A pumpkin, a million potions. Yeah, we could really use the pond now. Build the pond, send you into the pond. And that'll dump all the potions in there. Actually, that's another good thing about this mode. I guess if you're just getting a ton of small potions, you can constantly keep the pond full. Not really worry about it. All right, we've almost used all of the workers up. I want another adventurer. Yeah, nice. Nice indeed. Cool to see this stuff moving. That's gonna turn into a key. Yeah. All right, got enough money. Let's get ourselves the warrior. And I do want to send the warrior into there. I guess we're never getting any reprieve from this. Let's turn them off. Yeah. That won't help them right now. It'll help them in future battles, though. Although I guess that's pretty good. Let's take that. Oh, we got a lot of items out of there. Look at them go. They're all running over to the guild. Except for those two. And those upgrades. It does look cool. Nice to see all this happen. Like I said, I'm playing this specifically more laid back just to see what would it be like. I'd probably be making some decisions. I'd be clicking this or whatever. Although this mode does just give you tons and tons of workers. So there is less for you to do naturally. Alright, I'll hire another adventurer. Let's get the cleric. And then let's send everyone into here. And swap between there and the forest, probably. Yeah. So let's stop this battle. Got it. Put all of you in there. Because we don't need them acting as workers. They can maybe go to the next location, but they're getting a good amount of loot from that. And now I want yet another worker. I think I should spend some on town perks for now. Ooh, making every single worker move faster just seems too good to pass up. So we have like 16 of them. And yeah, lots of loot seems nice. Man. Okay, now these adventures aren't doing anything. This is where I was saying I'll swap between the forest and the fishing pond. And we'll turn this back on. I'll get some town perks. Oh, flimsy fish. Perfect. With that in mind, we could change this up a bit. I don't want any of these. I want this. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we can do. We can get both of you to fight there, and then you to fight in the fishing pond. And whoops. And everything will be automated. Yeah. Nice. Nice. I need an upgraded warehouse. Lots of loot. Level 3. Chests start with 8 items in them. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm still not going to touch any of this stuff. Just let them handle it. Rogue's going to town on some fish. Slowly killing them all. Is the warrior in that battle? No, the warrior's over there. I don't think we need to... I mean, both of these are decent. But yeah, I think we should power up the main party. Yeah, I'll get extraction. Entropic magic sounds good. Hope we cast 2 of those spells sometimes. They're not really taking off, are they? I think it's because we need more treasure chests and I'm not spending my money on them. I should probably put every once in a while some money into that. Yeah, let's buy 1. And we got... Wow. Yeah, them starting with 8 items is kind of nuts. And they can be added to. Except for not getting rare keys. Oh, there's a rare key. Wow. Alright, I want to get some treasure stuff. Yeah. Oh, man. Probably special keys. It's just too good. Wow. Oh, man. The workers can keep up. Like, they're still doing stuff, but they're probably not going to for very long. I just need more treasure chests. That's so good. That's also so good. All right, let's go with that one. 70%. Just too much to pass up. We're getting purple keys now. Yeah. Too good. It's just too good. We need storage. We need even more treasure chests. I'll buy one again. I think having more key slots would also be kind of nice. Like 4 feels like it's too few. We need as many workers as we can get. Wow. Alright, let's get that. Let's send these into the next location now. They're winning in 8 seconds in this place. It does kind of make me wonder, is it better to just keep winning in a place you can just pump out a ton of loot? Or should you go into the next location? I think we can just cut off the forest battle. Get 2 more workers. Yeah. Let's open both of these. I'm going to help a little bit here. Because otherwise it's going to take them a while. There we go. Yeah, they're definitely able to beat this. I think they're probably way more powerful than where I was having them fight. I do want to try to get... Let's go for that one. It's better than nothing. Yeah, we have only rare keys here now. Gold and Omni keys. Yeah, max customers probably though. My goodness. And the employee discounts making them just purchase stuff from the warehouse or on the ground. Pretty wild. They're not buying keys, I hope. Wow. Yeah, wow. Alright, let's buy a couple treasure chests, or at least one. I'll open this myself. No, I won't, apparently. Now I will. Wow. Wow. Okay, Grand Storage is like the greatest thing I could get, even though more treasure stands is tempting. But I just desperately need some shop storage so I can hold items. So stupid. Okay, so I think they can go to the next place. I wonder how long they're taking to beat this. Like even the rogue's getting more powerful. They're doing 13 damage to each fish. 10 seconds. I think I powered them up quite a lot. Let's buy another treasure chest. Having the workers move a little bit faster would also be nice. Oh, nice. We got that. Pretty cool. All right. Let's get this one. Yep. Very nice. We have a skeleton key, which I will put into here. And also superpower our adventure. How fast are they winning this? Okay, they're ripping through these enemies. Yeah, 12 seconds. Okay, they can definitely beat this. And this is going to kind of prove or disprove what I was talking about earlier. So Deep Forest is taking 12 seconds to win. We get 80% more loot, or better loot, I guess, from the Inferno. But it's probably going to take longer than 80 seconds or 80% more to win. So I'm guessing this is going to take like 25 seconds or something, at which point it's not really worth it. But yeah, they are able to do it very easily. Yeah. It took 25 seconds. Inferno, 25 seconds to win. Alright, we can power them up. So now they're just going to cruise right to victory. I don't want any of this stuff. Food critic's pretty good. Expanded weapon shop, I'll take it. Alright, we just need some treasure chests now. Just make them go even faster. And we have a skeleton key. We have a lot of workers doing stuff. Go get that loot. I should probably just turn this off too. I think it's really tough to balance the fishing pond with how much income you're getting. That's why fish give gold is an interesting perk. Also, wow, getting free treasure chests. is a massive, massive gold source. Like, I'm spending maybe 200 or 300 gold on treasure chests. If I just got them for free, or more frequently at least, that'd be pretty crazy. Now let's make workers move faster. Nice. Yeah, items aren't even disappearing. They're just able to handle everything. Wow. All right, let's buy 1,000,000-ton perks. Expanding warehouse. Yeah, let's get worker speed for that. I think it's really good. Free treasure chest. It's like the best perk. And yeah, 145% speed. Look at them go. They're darting around for another 3 seconds. Yeah, they slowed down now. Oh, man. All right, I don't even know what we're supposed to get now. I guess expanded warehouse again. Yeah. Should probably buy another treasure chest. Stronger hires, flying guild supply. I'll get that. 35%. It's not bad. And yeah, customer speed. All right, let's get a treasure chest. Have them dump all the keys in there. Open this. Huh, that's strange. None of the items went in there. It's something has to be wrong with this. Like, I've looked at the code a bunch of times. How many items is that? It was like 14? And not a single one won a 30% chance? Seems a bit funky. Yeah, seems a bit funky. Skeleton should probably target key storage when they're holding a key. I should write that down too. Skeleton should put keys back in the key storage if there's room. Because now the key storage is very close to the warehouse. Alright, so what's going on? We're about to win? Yeah. We just barely didn't win in the gold medal. We were 2 seconds away. But that was with me not touching practically anything. In fact, I want to just kind of continue playing this and just see what happens when I go bonkers with the perks over here. Auto fishing, great. Expanded warehouse, really good. I guess we can turn this back on. Yeah, I want to break the game now. More mana. Good loot magnet. I guess buy some more treasure chests, right? Why not? What level are these guys? 15? They're getting like plus 300 health. Is like can grab starting adventure as meta perks and now have the ability to ignore the farm and go fishing pond and chest for some real fast power ramp. Yeah, I think there's some different strategies emerging. The treasure room definitely feels better. Like a lot better. Especially once you get rare keys maxed out. Like I'm getting so many items. Some of them are just immediately going to the guild. Although not very many. But we're going to continue just maxing this stuff. Yeah, like, look at this. I'm just going to turn on auto purchasing. Yeah, just go nuts. Dump in some more of these. Get some more keys. Get some more items. Very few are going to the guild. Oh, maybe it's because it's doing it based on item types. Oh. I think that is what's happening. I gotta write that down. I think flying guild supplies is based on item types, not discrete items. All right, we need the worker spell. I'm not even getting money anymore. What's going on? Oh, because I turned this on. Yeah, because we're getting a ton of fish. All right, just keep leveling up the main party. I do want to get... I guess that. I want to get more mana. I'm not maxed out. Get all of this. Yeah, there goes all my money. All we're doing is getting power-ups from this. Now we can make them move faster. Wait, how fast are they winning? Because it's just going to keep getting faster and faster. Yeah, let's turn off auto purchasing. This is kind of crazy. Yeah. Let's put this key up here. So yeah, what are they winning in? They're doing a crazy amount of time. 16 seconds, okay. Alright, let's get a bunch of perks. I want to get more mana. And flying guild supplies, yeah. That'll make it so that when I open up these treasure chests, there's a chance they don't even have to go into the warehouse. They just immediately fly to the guild. Yeah, so that powered up everybody a bunch more. Now they're just a casual level 23 on this. Just you know, unheard of levels. Alright, let's keep getting some upgrades. We don't really need any of that. Yeah, both of these would be great. I'll go for that one. Actually, I'm getting cloning. Wow, it's a lot of items in there. And they all went to the guild, which further shows that I probably messed up the code on that. 200% more sludge. So what is a carrot worth? 6. Yeah, just a little broken. Just a wee bit. Go. Bring all of the items to their destination. Alright, let's get glowy fish. It's pretty good. Yeah, I don't even have anything to do. Although they should be winning faster and faster. I guess there's like a limit to that. Because of the wave time. They're doing such a crazy amount of damage. And like the items don't even stay here for very long. I wonder if we should just send some people into a random location to fight. That's decent. That's very, very good. Workers now move faster. Swords are worth an extra 11 gold now. Yeah, let's get a round of treasure chests. Turn that on, turn that off. Just have them go, open them all up, get a bunch of loot. Why not? Alright, 40%. So now we're getting 15 gold more from swords. Oh, alright, let's click them all. Very stupid. Alright, what do I even... I guess Swift Shoes again. Max customers, glowy fish. We're not even putting... How is this getting filled? How is that getting filled? Are there just a bunch of extra seeds? There are. Oh, probably because of entropic magic casting foe potions? Interesting interaction. I guess we'll go with impulse buying. And yeah, sure, battle perk cost. Alright, let's get the worker spell. It only casts the worker spell. I wanted to cast other stuff. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Adventures you hire start with 7 battle perks applied. Let's just buy that. And get the last couple of adventures at level 8. Oh my god. It's too funny. I hired the spear caller and they've got 900 life, 170 power. Almost all of it's coming from guild supplies. And a bunch of other stuff. And they've got skills. Yeah. There probably should be a scenario that has you play for this long. You have a way of upgrading key storage. You don't. And I don't think I want there to be one. I just want this to be a good mix of how many you need and how many... Like, the game shouldn't get to this level. Right? Of needing all of this stuff that we have. But yeah, I think it's a little anemic right now. It feels like I should have maybe like 2 more key storage slots. It's probably based on, I don't know. Anyway. More oh my god, that for sure. So that I can get all of the spells. Nice. Nice. Okay, now let's just auto purchase chests no matter what. We're gonna like really push this. Sure, none of this matters. What's a clicking noise? Which one are you hearing? Because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There's like a ping pong sound of them turning in guild supplies. That sound is me opening treasure chests. But yeah, every time a guild supply is turned in, I think it makes a sound. There's automatic attenuation based on how quickly it's happening. So it gets a little bit quieter as it happens rapidly. Okay. There, so now we have max speed workers. Look at that. This looks like I've sped up the game, but I haven't. Yeah. It's the guild. I thought you had a parrot or something. No parrots here. There's still a lot of perks you can get. Wow. I like that you have to carve your way through it. You can't get all of them. Well, I mean, you could if you just keep playing. Oh, look at how many items are in these. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. They're winning in 12 seconds now. You can probably just keep pushing this. In fact, if I just turn this on, then the rogue will kill all the fish pretty much immediately. Get a bunch more. And then I could send one more party out somewhere. Probably anywhere. Probably here, actually. But I think if we just battle here, it'll be enough. I'll send 2 adventurers in. Let's see how they do. I'm actually curious about this because they should be very powerful. Oh yeah, just rip through the entire team. Hang on one sec. Okay, sorry, I'll be a tiny bit longer. I'll be about a minute. Okay, sorry. My wife needed to tell me something. I'm guessing they've been getting tons and tons of money. And presumably tons of fish and stuff too. I did this so that I could see how much you could push this. But I actually think that Mushy is the most powerful character once you upgrade them because they just kill everything. Let me try that out, in fact. Yeah, let's upgrade this a bunch. Okay, now what I want to test is this. What if we just put you into the Inferno? Because I think they just kill pretty much everything, yeah. And if they had just a tiny bit more haste, it would go even faster. Mage has better AoE. Yeah, the chain attacks still go to the... They still have the animation speed. If they didn't, then it would kill everyone all at once. Because this is one attack that's causing these to happen. Any extra overflow, yeah, so they kill it in 24 seconds. Let's see what the mage does. I'll stop this. And we'll put the mage in the battle here. Yeah, it's still fast. But, and I know they're different levels. But yeah, I think Mushy is kind of just bonkers once you get, once you can kill an enemy in one hit. They're such a weird character. They're like intended to die, but they're also intended to be super powerful and kill stuff in one hit. Okay, the mage is taking like 36 seconds. Yeah, but I would have to power them up the same amount because I think Mushy has 4 more levels. But their guild supplies are roughly the same. Mage is actually a little higher. So yeah, anyone can solo this stuff now. I actually wonder, is anyone like surprisingly fast? Like if I just throw the archer in, how fast do you beat this? Let's speed this up too. The time isn't actually incorrect or inaccurate by doing this. All right, you won in 15 seconds. Yeah, the archer's just crazy. And what about the rogue? The rogue is level 2, but it doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does, because they don't have any skills. Let's give them some skills. Let me find the rogue from this stuff. There we go. We're gonna get the rogue. Oh, we're out. Okay, let's just cheat some. The rogue died. They can't even beat it. Well, we're gonna fix that. I just need to find a few more rogue levels. There's one. Let's get a couple more and one more. Now it's not even presenting them to me. There. Okay. Now how do they do? Did they even get Quicker Strike? Quicker Strike is like the best way of speeding this up. Why am I watching this? Let's just speed it up. 18 seconds, okay. What's the Spirit Caller doing over there? Spirit Caller doesn't really scale that well because their haste only empowers spirits faster. And they're only empowering the cat spirit right now, which is also kind of pointless. Because they are dodging everything. They're taking almost no damage. Any other kind of interesting things? Does the golem have boulder? No. So they're going to very slowly attack. Oh, but then the enemies all take damage when they attack. And the warrior should be counterattacking like crazy. Should be. It's only... Huh. Strange. Guess they're not as powerful as I thought. And the cleric's probably invincible just by virtue of healing themselves constantly. No. Wow. But that's also because they're level 3. If we gave them a few battle perks, they'd probably be a lot better. Give me the cleric. 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 And let's get one more. There. Okay. How did you do that? How'd the stream go? It went pretty well. I'm probably going to be wrapping up pretty soon. I've just been kind of messing around now. Yeah, the cleric is doing a lot of damage. They're not great, but they're not going to die. And then, last but not least, I never even hired the paladin. I'm guessing they're just going to heal constantly and take almost no damage. How much are they even being hit for? 25. That number should lower as this battle goes on. At 24. Yeah, and they're healing for like 91 every time. 22. 21. Yeah. Okay, well, that was interesting. So I have these observations. I think we'll try to apply some of these or address some of these tomorrow. We'll do some of the cleanup. I think tomorrow will be another one of those days where by noon, I've already released a new version. And then anyone who wants to help playtest that, I'll post a news thing. I'll reach out to new people who would commented on this. Something I don't ever do, which I should probably do, is see if anyone's streaming Skeleseller. No. It's rare that that would have happened. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to get going. I'll be back online tomorrow. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I have an appointment in the morning and then a hard stop in the evening. So I might just do like a medium length midday stream. So yeah, tomorrow's going to start at a weird time and probably end at a weird time. I'm probably going to do one stream. But like I said, thanks for being here. I'm going to get going. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you tomorrow.